Great. I'm going to give you a quick overview of the Adult Studies program at Belhaven University. I think you'll find this information interesting, and it will certainly help you as you prepare to teach in our courses. First of all, as you look through the campus map, if you will, this kind of caricature of a map, you can see that our footprint spreads across the southeast part of the country. We have campuses in Houston and Jackson, Memphis, Chattanooga, Atlanta, and outside of some of those cities, and an online campus down in Orlando. So you can see that we're primarily located in this southeast region, although Houston pushes us a little bit into the southwest. As we look at the demographics for the area a little bit, or as we look at how the instructional sites fit into the whole, the chart that you see shows where the students are. And looking at this, it's easy to see that 54% of the students in the Adult Studies program are actually located at Jackson, with the rest of the students being separated out to the existing campuses that we have at the other sites. We're constantly looking at expanding campuses sites, and so while this is accurate as of the end of fall 2016, it is likely that we will be continuing to expand this map and our campus sites as well, but this is where our students are currently at. You can also see from this particular pie chart how our students are broken out in the relationship to the degree they're taking. Over 50% of our students are in graduate programs. So I think that's a really interesting statistic. And 25% roughly of our students are in business bachelor's programs, with the rest of our students being separated out into social services, applied psychology, Bible, and other. So you can see the breakdown of our students. Most of them are in graduate programs. Those that aren't in graduate programs, half of the remainder are in business programs, a little over half, with the balance being separated out into other majors. This kind of gives you a sense of where you are teaching in relationship to these programs and the number of students involved in those programs, or at least the percentage breakdown. Here's the format for our classes. Adult Studies courses do meet on-site in physical classrooms. They meet once a week for 4 hours from 6 to 10 p.m. Monday through Thursday. That means if a student starts a class that meets on Mondays, it'll meet on Mondays every week from 6 to 10 p.m. for 4 hours. All of our classes are augmented with a learning management system, and Belhaven uses Canvas for its learning management system. If you've not used Canvas before, I think you'll find it a very easy LMS to learn and to navigate through. Our undergraduate courses are 5 weeks in length, so that if you're teaching an undergraduate course, it will be once a week for 5 weeks, meeting 4 hours per evening from 6 to 10 p.m. And the graduate courses are 8 weeks in length. And again, both of these have an LMS component, although the graduate courses, the LMS is more integrated more fully into the course structure. And you'll find out more about that as you get further into the orientation and in looking at your material. The demographics for the campuses. Across all of our campuses, the majority of the people attending are female. 72% of our student body is female, and the average age for our campuses is 39, with a high of 42 and a low of 37. And so that also flavors the kind of students you'll have in the classroom, much more dealing much more with adults and an adult population and presence. And then the ethnicity is broken down, as you can see in the table below, and this varies from campus to campus, and so I'm not going to spend any time dealing with any one campus, but you can see that listed there. And if you have any concerns or questions about age or gender or breakdown by ethnicity, please direct your questions to your dean. I'm sure they'll be able to help you with that. Regarding the curriculum, Adult Studies uses a fixed curriculum developed by subject matter experts with the appropriate experience and credentials. So it's designed to facilitate faculty instruction and student learning. It's built around learning objectives established for the course and mapped to the program objectives. And that curriculum should provide you all you need to be able to put together the teaching experiences and activities for each individual session. In all of the courses, there is a section for faculty notes, which contains an expanded breakdown of timing and uh, how much to devote to each objective activity, as well as some activities to use. And so that makes teaching the courses um, just about as painless as it can possibly be. Although if you have other activities you want to supplement or replace an activity with in the classroom, you're welcome to do that, as long as you're working to achieving the learning outcomes that have been set up. Instructors are encouraged, expected actually, to use the provided curriculum with only minor adjustments to allow for personal experience. So the curriculum that has been given to you is the curriculum that you're expected to teach. And like I say, you can bring in different activities into the classroom, but as far as adjusting the assignments, the reading assignments, the writing assignments, etc., that is not an option that you have available to you. All classrooms are equipped with a large screen TV monitor for displaying PowerPoint, video, spreadsheets, web pages, whatever you want to. There is a laptop in every classroom connected to the display. There are USB ports on the laptop so you can bring in resources. And there is an internet connection wired to the laptop and also available wireless in the room, so that if you have your material stored in the cloud somewhere, you can definitely pull it down and use in the classroom. Most classrooms are equipped with Air Server. If you're not familiar with Air Server, it basically turns that instructor laptop into an Apple TV so that you can use a mobile device to connect to the computer and display. And this will work both with Apple devices and Android devices, although you will have to download the Air Server app, probably on both devices, for that to work. If you have any questions about that, please check with your dean. And then finally, I want to touch bases on this concept of andragogy. Andragogy comes from two concepts: andra, meaning adult, and pedagogy, meaning the instruction of children. And so it kind of morphs that into the instruction of adults. And this word cloud comes from a presentation on andragogy that you will probably have access to. I don't think it's part of this orientation, but you will definitely have access to it, and it is mentioned in other places. And the focus of andragogical teaching is that we would understand that we are teaching adults, and that adults learn differently, much more collaboratively. They need to be engaged in the learning process, and they need you to understand that they are adults and not children fresh out of high school who are attending school. So with that being said, it's kind of a different animal than teaching 18 to 22-year-olds. It's a much more collegial atmosphere and a much more engaging atmosphere, and many find it an atmosphere that contributes to their involvement and growth, as well as that of the student. Anyway, that's the overview. I hope you found this useful, and we'll look forward to seeing you in the classroom. God bless.